Hi guys, how are you? I had to make a couple thank you cards for people at work, and I said, well, let me just turn my camera on. So we're going to make a card together. This is what it's going to sort of look like. You know how you make two things and they never come out exactly the same? So there's that. So I'll put that to the side, and then I'll go through the supplies that I'm going to use. I just have some nice heavy white cardstock, and I cut this 5.5 by 11, and then I scored it at 6.5 and folded it up. So we'll start with that, and then we're going to put a cover on it, and this is this amazing embossing folder from Altenew. Nope, that's not any better. I thought maybe that would work. But it's so pretty. Oh, that works. Look. Gorgeous, right? I'll link this below to the Altenew site so you can see it. And then for the thank you, I used this die. And I'm sorry, I don't know where I got it. It was gifted to me. So I cut it twice on just some spare cardstock that I had in my stash. I glued them together to save that time, and then I'm going to glue a third onto it just for some dimension in this nice navy blue from this basil cardstock. And then I made some cute butterflies. We'll put those together so I can show you what I do. And I used these dies from Altenew. I will link those below to their website as well in case you would like to purchase them. It comes in a whole pack with like, I think 6 different butterflies. It has, let me show you, the back and then the front with detail. All right, so have that. Then I made these pretty flowers. I love them. Aren't they pretty? These leaves. Gorgeous, right? I'll show you. I used this Altenew Fabulous Florals, or Florets, excuse me. I said that wrong. Really pretty. They're layering dies, and they come with guide on how to make them, and you can purchase the matching metal dies to go with that. All right, and then I used these inks on my flowers in case you like the colors. All right, so I've got the flowers, the butterflies, the thank you sentiment, my embossed paper, my white cardstock. I'm also going to use pink and blue crystal gems from Pinkfresh Studio. And I have these little cute gems from Honeybee Stamps. And then I'm going to put these, I think, in the middle of the flower. I just picked these up from Hobby Lobby it's the Paper Studio. We're going to use glossy accents to put some stuff on, and my fine liner bottle with Scotch Tacky Glue, and my handy dandy scrapbook.com glitter marker. I love this thing so much, I use it on everything. And then I also have some foam squares that we're going to use, and then I have these Nuvo Crystal drops. Yep, they're both crystal drops. Let me see if I can see the colors here. So this is Midnight Blue, and this one is Shimmering Rose. Okay, if you like any of that, there you know what they are now. So let's go ahead and do this. So I'll use my ATG and put this down like 4 times. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue just to give it some strength, because I'm going to mail this one. But also, if you put glue on there, it gives you a couple seconds of wiggle room in case you don't get the card perfectly centered. or a piece of paper perfectly centered on the card base, I should say. All right, we'll go ahead and do that. This is quick and easy when you have these beautiful embossing folders because your background's already done for you. Make sure that's the right way. Yep. All right. So then I'm going to take this blue thank you and go ahead and put this, move that over on top of the two white ones that I glued together with my fine liner. I just wanted some nice dimension and very, very little glue all around. That's why I love this fine liner, because you can do tiny, tiny droplets of glue or bigger ones if you want to, and it always comes out so good. So I'll put those together. I'll use my tweezers for that. And when you do the glue, again, it gives you a couple seconds wiggle room to move things in case you didn't get it perfectly straight. Looks pretty good. Press it together, and then I'll use my fingers to get any excess glue that seeps over on the side. Put that over there. Let's pick out some flowers. This one came out good. Oh, that's pretty. And this one. This one didn't come out very good. I think that was the first one I tried. Save some leaves over here. Put these away so I know what I'm doing. All right, now I think we should put a small one down here at the bottom. And then we'll put this flat so we can put our sentiment. Move this up a little bit so you can see better. Our sentiment over this. So I'm going to glue that down nice and flat. And then I'm going to put dimension on the top too. So just put some glue in there. Kind of corner it right in here into this corner with these two petals. Tap the extra glue with your hands. Give it a second to adhere. There. Now, let's see what we can do. I really like these petals here. So, maybe we can do that. Alright, and then we'll put that there. And then maybe tuck the corner of this T right into that corner of those two petals there. And that'll look pretty. So let's put a leaf down under this while we still have time before that glue really adheres all the way 100%. Let's have a little leaf tucking out. There. Put some glue under that. Grab the excess off the side with your fingers and wipe it on your napkin or your craft pants like I do. And again, I want that T to be right in the corner of that petal. I just think it will look better that way. So we'll go ahead and put that down. I'm just going to lift this up a little bit, put some glue underneath because I don't want to move. That way I'll know exactly where I want it. Straighten it out a little bit. Hold it down for a moment. Can go back and put a little glue in any of the little areas that are still sticking up at the end. That's what I usually do. So I want that like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead, turn this so easier for me, and I'm going to put my finger there, pull it up, and put a big glob of glue underneath, just in the middle here. Give it a second, because I'm going to put foam squares underneath these petals, and I want to be able to tuck in my leaves. So there we have that all done. We'll do the same thing up here. Put a big glob of glue right in the middle. Push these up a little bit so we have some dimension. There we go. Pretty, pretty. There. Do that. Now we'll put some leaves in. These leaves are so pretty, aren't they? You just tuck them in and you can have it sticking out like that. I like to push in all the way. I don't want it going off the side of the card because I'm going to put this in an envelope. So I want to be careful that nothing is off the side. And it looks like I could use a leaf over here. Yeah, that looks cute. And then maybe one of the single ones up here. Yeah, pretty. Go ahead and adhere those down. Just lifting it up and putting just a little bit underneath because I do want it to have some dimension. And I need to put my foam squares underneath the petals of the flower. That moved on me a little bit, so I'm going to grab my tweezers and readjust it and press down for that glue to dry. Let's put some leaves over here now. Here. Yeah, that looks good. Put some over here too. Lift that up. How's that? Perfect. I love it. I love it. All right, let's put some glue underneath these leaves that we just put in there. Oops, I knocked it over. No big deal. That's why it's good to use glue, because you get a minute to move things back where they're supposed to be before it dries all the way. So that looks good. Then next, let's go ahead and put our butterflies together. Put this over to the side. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to take the blue top in a plain cardstock and then put a pink pattern cardstock underneath. And I'll line them up, bend the wings up a little bit. Put a little drop of glue right here in the middle. That's it. Then push them together for a couple seconds. Put that aside to dry. Do the same thing with these. Bend it. Some glue in the middle. Maybe a little bit more. Put the top on it. Line those up. Hold it together for a couple seconds. It's moving on me. There we go. Now stay. There, listen to me. So there we go. Now we can let those dry. So I think maybe it'd be really cute if we put a couple of those in the middle. Oh, that matches nice, doesn't it? All right, let's do that. But because it's a card, and I'm definitely mailing this, I'm going to put a tiny drop of glue in the middle of each one, just so that stays. I don't think the adhesive on these is really all that great, so I just want to make sure they don't fall off. So, there. Sorry for the crinkling noise. Get that lined up with my tweezers here, and then press. There. Pretty. That looks nice, doesn't it? I like it. Looks good. Alright, now the next thing I think we should do is put our butterflies on. Let's put a pink one down here. Let's see how we can do it. Maybe make it look like it's... No. Let me see. Yeah, like that. And then we'll put another one up here, but make it look like it's flying towards the flowers. That looks adorable. So I'll go ahead and put a line of glue where I know I want my butterfly. And glue just the base down to the card. Hold that for just a moment. Bend my little wings up. I love these dies. I love everything from Altenew, really. Put that down here. And now comes the fun part. Went over a little bit with the glue, so that's okay, because Scotch Tape glue dries clear, so I'm not really worried about a little bit of glue. Have that like right there. And then what I'll do is I'll get these honeybee, oops, excuse me, these are sticking. Get these honeybee stamp little gems, and I'll put blue ones on the pink and pink ones on the blue. Hopefully I can do that without them binging all over the room. Do you ever do that with your gems? Try to get one off the thing and it goes flying across the room. I like to put 3 in the middle of my butterflies. Place it lightly. Line the 3 up so until you feel that they look good, and then press down. Now the adhesive on these honeybee stamp little gems is spectacular. They work so well. Turn this around and then I'll put some pink ones on the blue butterfly. Oh, there goes one binging. Saved it. I saved it. There, I'm concentrating so I stopped talking. Okay, there's the second one. And now a third one. Move these a little bit so they're straight. All right, I like that. I'm going to push, put my little wings up, get those out of the way. And then what I like to do next is my handy dandy scrapbook.com glitter marker. I just love this thing. So what I do is I'll take this, and it's really nice. It's full of glitter. I almost said potion, like Halloween formula. And when it runs dry on the tip, you just push it a little bit and more comes out. So I'll go ahead and glitter my sentiment. Just think it makes it look so much prettier. It'll look nice and wet and shiny, and then when it dries, it just looks shiny and not wet. And I love putting these on my butterflies because A, it looks really cute, but B, once it dries, it hardens the paper, so it makes it stand up with the dimension that I want all by itself. Let me put this up closer so you can see. See the sparkle? Isn't that beautiful? I love it so much. Pink one's kind of light, so you can't really see it, but it's there. All right, and then I think the next thing I'll do is I'll put some sparkle just around where I used the black ink on the flowers to make that really sharp and stand out. And that way the whole flower is not all glitter, because we got so much other glitter going on the card. See how it made it so much darker? Just putting the glitter around the black edges as opposed to, see how this is lighter. Now I'll go ahead and do that over here too. Make that stand out just a little bit more. Hopefully you can see on the screen how that made that black nice and sharp. And I'm not going to do all of this on screen because I don't want to bore you to death, but I have these foam squares and I always stick them to my hand. And then I'll take the little tops off. I'll do this second flower off camera so you don't have to watch that. But then I'll just go under the petal and just put that in there so you can't see it. So it has some nice stiff dimension, I guess what you want to say, because you don't want it to be catching on things when you give it to somebody. Oops, I need one more. So there's that. See? Nice and stiff now. Cute dimension. So again, I'll do this one off camera. So then I want to put on my Pinkfresh Gems. I love these. Let me show you the container. It comes in lots of different colors. You can get the whole container from Pinkfresh like this, and then it comes with a lot of different colors that you can use in all your projects. And it comes with large, medium, and small little gems inside, which is perfect. So I always go like this. I grab some with my finger, put it in the cap so I can get them better, especially with my fingernails. There. Now I can work with these, and I'm going to pick out 3. I want a large, a medium, yep, and a small. Hopefully you can see that, large, medium, and small. And I'll go ahead and put those back. so those don't end up all over my carpet, because I think I would cry. And we'll do the same thing over here. Large, medium, and small. All right. Perfect. We're almost done. This is going to be very pretty. So we'll just go ahead, and the bigger ones, they are pretty big. So I like to sort of tuck those just so they're not gigantic on the card. See what I mean by tucking it? So I'm going to go blue, pink, blue, pink. Okay, so then I'll put a pink one down here. And then I'll take, oops, stuck right to my tweezers. And then I'll go ahead and put a blue one over here. Can always move them around. I always think about it for a minute. I think it would be better in there. And then pink is next. So we'll go ahead and put that up there. Oops. Little buggers are flying around all over. There. I'm not sure I'm happy with that. I think I'm definitely going to move this blue one back down here. But I think we need to use the tiny blue one. See? Thought process. Can always change your minds. That I like. And then we're going to take this large pink one, if I can get it, and we'll tuck that right in there a little bit. So then we'll have to move this pink one over one, because I'm going to want a blue one up here. Maybe if I put that up a little bit more. And then this one's kind of getting lost, so maybe I can put it right here. What do we think? Is that good placement? I think it's cute. So for gems and things that you're definitely going to be able to see the adhesive, and for things that you can see through, like sequins and little gems, I always use my glossy accents. So I'll just go in and I'll put a small dollop where I want the gem, put it on top of it. Try to do this quick so you don't get bored to death. That tucked in underneath there. Put one up here. Oops, it flipped on me. Oh, I got it. Sometimes I win, sometimes I don't. You know how it goes. When you're trying to glue things, they get stuck everywhere, so like little things go flying across the room. Oops, that one moved on me already. I'm going to have to redo it because I hit it with my hand and removed my glossy accents. Right, did I glue that one down? Nope. Put that in there. And tuck just a little bit in there because it's so big. I think it looks pretty. Now I'm just going to go like this to make sure I got them all, and I did. So if you use glossy accents, you have to put the top back on right away, or the inside thing here. Oh my god, I have no words today. This part, it'll get clogged up, but if you could just stick a pin through it and it'll be fine. Alright, so then I think what I'll do is I'll take these Nuvo drops and I'm going to do 3 little dots. I'm going to go, make sure that you go like this and get the air out. I always do the first one on my hand just to make sure there's not like a big air bubble. 1, 2, 3. That looks cute. And then we'll do it over here. 1, 2, 3. And where else? I was thinking about doing a third one up there, but I think that's good. Yeah, I think that's good. All right, so then I'm thinking, what should I do with this? What I wanted to do, I thought would look really cute. Tell me what you think. I'm going to put a dot on a small dot of the blue Nuvo on each petal. Then I'm going to take my glitter marker and I'm just going to go like this, right down at the bottom of the base of the petal. Kind of like if you were using watercolors. Now normally I would put these Nuvo drops on last because 9 times out of 10 you're going to hit them with your hand and ruin them, and then you're going to have to take them off and start over again. So what I just did here is I squirted out a little bit of glitter on the table just so I don't want to squeeze it on top of the flower, because you can get like this big huge rush of glitter. It's no big deal. You can take a napkin and wipe it up, but it's better this way. So I'll do the same thing over here, but I'll use pink this time. This is one of my favorite Nuvos. This, what is it, Rose? Shimmering Rose. And I'll spread that out just to make it pretty. Give it some extra color. And when it dries, it'll look so pretty. So we're almost done. I hope that you enjoyed this video of this card, and maybe it was helpful for you to like the design or a couple things I did with the glitter. And look, I did exactly what I said that I wasn't going to do with my glitter. That's all right, because you know what you can do? You can just kind of scoop it up, put it back into a circle, and you'll be fine. Okay, so here's our card. I'm going to have to fix this one. I'll do that off camera. No big deal. Everything can be fixed. And I got a little splatter up here that I'll just use an eraser to get rid of. But isn't that pretty? Look at all the shiny and the dimension. I love it. I hope you liked it. So here's the other one. I'll put both of them next to each other. Pretty, right? So again, thanks for stopping by, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I appreciate you. Thank you. Have a good day.